I have a tradition every year during Lent when I listen to the whole soundtrack of the rock musical Jesus Christ Superstar. I first heard this music when I was a junior in high school and a local Lutheran church performed it. I was the pianist in the band, so I have a lot of nostalgia for this music. A couple years ago, though, it hit me in a different way. The previous year, I had experienced some personal events that impacted me deeply, and they left me silent. I wasn't angry or bitter, but I couldn't sing. I would come to church and I would stand and listen and pray and sometimes cry, but I couldn't sing. So that year, when I was on a trip to Santa Rosa, I decided to perform my ritual and I put the CD into the car stereo. Early in the musical is the story of Palm Sunday and a conversation between a Jewish rabbi and Jesus. The rabbi says, "Tell the rabble to be quiet. We anticipate a riot. This common crowd is much too loud. Tell the mob who sing your song that they are fools and they are wrong. They are a curse. They should disperse." To which the crowd sings, "Hosanna." And then Jesus replies, "Why waste your breath moaning at the crowd? Nothing can be done to stop the shouting. If every tongue were still, the noise would still continue. The rocks and stones themselves would start to sing." And the dam burst within me, and I cried and sang at the top of my lungs, "Hosanna." It wasn't until later in the musical, though, that my soul started to heal. It was while Jesus was in the garden, praying, begging, "If there is a way, take this cup away from me." In other words, I don't want this thing to be happening in my life. And that was how I felt. That's why I had stopped singing. Something was happening in my life that was unwelcome. And I realized that Jesus understood how I felt. I wasn't faithless or untrusting. I was hurting. And my response was to be still, to listen and wait and heal. We read in Ecclesiastes those familiar words, "To everything there is a season, a time to weep, a time to laugh, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing." I bet we never paid attention to that one until now. A time to keep silence, and for me, a time to sing. We are, as a whole community of people, now going through a season that is to all of us unwelcome. We are afraid, we are lonely, we are silent. But we are assured from Psalm 30, "Weeping may last for the night, but joy comes in the morning." May we await the morning to come, both in the joy of the risen Christ and in our eventual release from our seclusion. And may you join the rocks and stones as they sing, "Hosanna, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord." Amen.